what's up? My name is Rachel, and I share messages in order to help people overcome suffering and become the happiest and healthiest version of themselves. And a lot of that is just, for me, it's been understanding how this reality actually works instead of my mind making up stories and trying to make sense of things and being, because our mind fills in the gaps. If it doesn't have all the information, then it'll just make stuff up that may not be true. So with that, I just kind of mentioned it, but I wanted to talk about today, not all things make logical sense. So I am very much I want to understand why things are the way they are. In human design, I'm a 4-1, so there's a 1 part of my profile, meaning me. Information makes me very comfortable and helps me feel secure in the world. I've been having a rough couple days, and I do find myself researching and going over information that helps me and truly brings me comfort. However, one actual reality of this world is that not everything makes sense, or it doesn't make sense from the line of reasoning in our reality. Okay, so again, I'm very much into spirituality, and the reason why is because a lot of looking at this life from the lens of being a soul and energy, and here on this planet just being a visitor, a lot of the crazy, atrocious things that have happened, they happened for consciousness and a higher awareness of meaning and purpose. So it is this really crazy experience, because suffering can happen here and it's very real and very intense, yet from a really zooming out perspective, like I said, Earth it's a big school. It's a bunch of lessons happening for the people at that time and the people of future generations to really understand and learn from it and integrate that. There was a really good point or example from my personal life or real life, when 2020 happened and my whole family wanted to get poked. I was like, no, I don't want to get poked. I have enough health issues. I don't want to add more stuff to my immune system that can make it sick. If I got it, which I did maybe a couple times or maybe once, I have a chiropractor to help me overcome it with helping my immune system and stuff. But my whole family got it, and by that I mean my mom and my dad and my brother, and they were all up on my ass, do it, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And my aunt is my mom's sister, who has done a lot of therapy and inner work, and I actually lived with her at one point because I didn't want to live with either of my parents after they were going through a divorce. So we got close at one point. So she, I can kind of talk to her about a lot of stuff. I'm not as close to her now, I don't see her as often, but at that time, a good point she made was not everything in this world is logical, right? It's poke or no poke, yes or no, good or bad. But there's a bunch of gray in it, because I had my reasons as to why I didn't want to do it, right? And those were very, very valid in my head, right? And that was a 2020 example, so 4 years ago. But we also just had another 4 years, every 4 years kind of big thing with an election last week. Everyone has their reasons for what they want and what they choose. But the feelings come into play, because a lot of people are feeling feelings of fear and feelings of inadequacy, or feelings of why is this happening, and dread and turmoil. Okay, so I was reflecting on my journey yesterday, why again I did so much of what I did, because I had so much pain, so much agony, so many physical health symptoms, and just disempowering beliefs in how I viewed the world and stuff. was the examples I just said, like fear, anxiety, dread, turmoil. Like, you can do the emotion code and literally remove those out of your energetic body and your energetic system. Okay? You can do emotional freedom technique. You can, again, get energy moving and move those sorts of things out of your body and your being if you really want to. And I am just going to share this information over and over and over again and share these messages because people are so conditioned to believe that the solutions are outside of them, okay? And again, I can only share my story and how much of a transformation I've had and how much it's been all about empowerment. To take back all of my power and all of my choices and how I view the world if I don't like it and why I was suffering and why I didn't like things. I had to take accountability and say, gosh, this really stinks. Okay, so what I'm going to do, right, is learning about how to set healthy boundaries. That's your stuff, not mine, right? As a highly sensitive person and an empath, I needed to make really scary decisions when I needed to break up with my partners, when I have spoken my truth, and that has been a little polarizing, like in my family or just with dating or, other situations. So understand that there is gray. Not everything is black and white. We do have a logical part of our mind, and we also have an emotional part of our mind. So we make reasons based on logic. We also make we make decisions based on logic, and we also make decisions on how we're feeling. The feeling one is a little bit more subconscious, right? When we logically think about something, it's like a math problem. When you think about doing a math problem, you can feel the energy of your mind working, right? Your mind is like, boop, 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 boop. I need to calculate. I need to write this down. And then when we make a decision based on how we're feeling, that's going to be deeper. That's going to be out of our heart or our stomach or anxiety. But we do make decisions based on both, right? Again, that would be like a situation if you work in retail or customer service and there's someone who is upset. For me, I can handle it, but there is sometimes like a triggering moment or something that's uncomfortable, right? So in that moment, it's like, okay, I know I logically need to fix the problem, but I do have a nervous system that sometimes that first reacts to it a little bit, like, oh, this is a little uncomfortable, right? Just is bringing me out of my balance of being okay and being able to breathe I'm breathing a little faster. My palms are sweaty, like my heart skipped a beat. Right? We all know what these experiences are like because, again, we have a nervous system and we have a mind that reacts to stressors, and the mind's job is to keep us alive. So that's all I'm going to share for now. I just wanted to do something quick, and I'll see you soon. Bye!